Hey guys, it's TK and welcome back to Blueprint channel. On today's video, we're actually doing a different kind of video and we're looking at what is wrong and what needs to be fixed in Clash of Clans that hasn't been fixed yet. So without any further ado, let's just jump into some of these, mistakes by Supercell. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this. If you do, make sure you like it and subscribe to the channel. So let's go. Okay guys, the first mistake or the first thing that Supercell needs to work on is, well, the Warden. Now, what do you mean by that? Like, I don't know if you guys has also like kind of experienced this, but the fact that the Warden, like the way it targets one of your heroes and followers, or it targets your troops, is a bit broken. And you might be saying, well, when did that happen? What is the story behind it? And it's so simple. The people who were doing Zap Titan attacks, they had troubles with the Warden following the Titans, and sometimes the Warden would drift away and follow the king and not leave him alone, so it would just leave the Titans. That's why they made a change to the Warden and how it targets your own troops. So that is kind of broken now, because now I've seen a lot of people also comment about this. I've seen a lot of people going through this because now the Warden is so weird. You're gonna see exactly what happens with this, the way he targets stuff, and also how he never follows the king anymore. Like, I would say close to never. Okay, it's not always never ever, but it used to be like that. It used to go to the king. So just look at my Warden. I'm gonna show you this. He's following the queen now, and then whenever the queen of course goes, he's gonna follow the queen. This is where he needs to switch to Titan and king at least, okay, because they are heavier. So that's what I think it's gonna do. It's still on the queen. Now it goes to that cannon like the queen, but here is where it's not following the queen. And look at that, he switched to the builder and the expo, but the king is gone. That's the king. And look at what happens with the Warden. It's going to follow the king, but it comes back. This is a problem because he doesn't know who he has to follow. That's the thing. It's a bit broken. It used to follow the highest housing spot that was on the pitch, like on the field of battleground or whatever you want to call it. But now it's not like that. If he follows the king with his ability, you can get so much more value in some of the Sui attacks, the ground Sui, the ground pushes that sometimes you may have done. But it just follows everything so weird. It goes to the queen, it goes suddenly to the Titan, it leaves both of them, follows the king, and the moment you want to pop the king ability to get a Warden ability with it, it then stops following the king and the king just runs past. That is exactly what happened here, and you can see how it can impact an attack. And I sent a few wall breakers because I usually do that when the bases are kind of close. So I sent 3 or 4 wall breakers to get it with my Warden ability, and they open all the base, like we used to do back then in when we didn't have the super wall breaker. But yeah man, like, this comes down to how important can the Warden targeting be, because Warden is one of the most important heroes. His ability is probably the best ability between the 3 heroes. So that was it for the first thing that Supercell needs to get fixed. Now let's go to the second one, because that one is also still so annoying. Okay guys, we are on this base and I'm gonna already put it on ×2. So this is of course a ring base. Now what is the mistake and the problem we're gonna talk about on this attack? It's the queen. The queen is still super dumb. I've seen in a lot of streams, I've seen a lot of streamers talk about this, a lot of pro players tweet about this. Well, of course it's not Twitter anymore, it's X, but you get what I mean. Now, what is up with the queen? Why does it still goes for the most stupidest decisions? It's not like, okay, let's say the wall is open and the queen beats through a wall, right? But the wall that was open is quite far. Okay, we can understand why the queen didn't see that wall, or sometimes even queen's archers are smarter than her and goes through that wall for the next compartment. Now we're gonna see at the end of this attack, and by the way, this is one of my friends that shared the replay. He was super pissed that it just doesn't work. Like, in Legends, every single trophy is important, and how you can lose 10 trophies because of this mistake, or let's better say 8 because 98%. But just look at this queen. Now it was a smart move to freeze that just so the queen is alive and the barb, but let's see, look at here, this air defense It's kind of weird to see if the queen cannot reach it, but it doesn't reach the air defense. But let's see what happens. Guys, look at this. Bro, the wall is right next to her. That's the thing. If the wall was open right here, it's cool. If the wall was here, okay, cool. But this is literally kind of the same wall she's hitting, just the opposite side. This shouldn't be in the game because this will cost the attacker a lot of trophies, and it's easy trophies for the defender. So it's just not fair. But I don't know how many times they tried to fix the queen. I have no clue. I just know something that is still not fixed. It's still a problem. It's still making people so mad. Like this right here can make everyone mad, you know. But it is what it is, man. So we're gonna go to the next one because that one is still kind of I would say it's still in the game, but for a lot of people it has been fixed. So if you also having troubles with that, let me know down below in the comments, and maybe we can do something in Blueprint about it. Maybe we can reach out to Supercell itself and tell them that it's still a problem. Okay, let's go. Now the mistake on this one and the whole error, the bug I'm gonna call it, is simply if I tap on my troops, look how big this screen is. Bro, I can't get out of the screen by tapping outside. Like I'm tapping right next to that my clone spell to go out, but no, I can't do that. I need to tap on the X. Who in Clash of Clans tap on the X to get out of a tab? They don't do that because it wasn't like this. I think on Android phone is fixed. I think on iOS it might be fixed, but bro, look how big these screens are. And if I open my battle log, bro, this is my whole screen. Like I cannot see anything else, just this tab. It used to be so much smaller, and it used to be cleaner. That's what I want to say. I don't know why they still haven't fixed it, and this is an Android tablet. So yeah, I'm using Android tablet, but it's just so annoying to see this and how they're managing their bug reports. That's the thing. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, honestly. And the next thing that I'm gonna just add into this, because this is gonna be the wrap for the home village, is of course the CC. Now this is a full CC, as you guys can see, 50 out of 50. Now I know by reporting this and making a video out of it anyway, the Supercell knows about it, and we know that because of Itsu, and I talked to him and he did a video on this because of me. So this is why it's broken, because if you count one goblin out of that CC, now you have 49. For the people who don't know, this CC comes out slower than the normal CC, which is 50 out of 50. With Blizzard Lalo, you have 46 out of 50. You have 4 goblins, 1 normal warbreaker, and 4 super wizards. That's 46 out of 50. It comes out way slower than the full CC, and that shouldn't be in the game. Now I know, again, it's gonna nerf my own strategy on myself, like it's gonna come up to me, but it's just a bit weird. It's a bit weird how, you know, they still let it be in the game even though they know it needs to be fixed. That's the thing I want to talk about. They know a lot of things might need a fix, but they don't really like put the effort to fix it ASAP. That's the thing. Now with the other thing that we're going to talk about for the next mistake and error and bug and meta broken thing is going to be in Clan Capital, man. Okay, so let's just jump into it. Okay, we are here, and the next thing is the graveyard spell. Now before they added the graveyard spell in the whole Clan Capital, people used to actually put effort to triple bases. That's the thing. The game mode of Clan Capital was something that you needed to put effort to take those raid medals, you know. But now it's like, okay, you can wait till the end of Sunday, you know, and or whatever day is in your country. But that's the thing, you can just go in 5 minutes, you take down a few bases, and you get 1,400 or 1,700 raid medals. That's so I would say effortless for how they put their own effort into building the Clan Capital, into bringing new content for everyone, new troops, new system, new layouts, you know. It's a lot of work for them to do and just make it a bit broken, right? So my opinion on how they can fix the Clan Capital itself is to completely nerf the graveyard spell to the ground or remove it from the game and bring in like an event troop. So that way people will go back to the way they used to hit the clan capital attacks. And I know for a lot of people now that might be a bit harsh because they don't like the game mode. Maybe they're just there for the raid medals, that's completely understandable. The game modes are not for people to be forced to play. Whoever likes clan capital will play clan capital, and you yourself that you're watching this video, you may actually not done probably 2 attacks in the past 2 weeks in the for example builder base. You don't like it, for example. It's the same with clan capital. Some people might like it, some people don't, but in general, something that it can bring back life to clan capital is to remove this spell, or listen here, add more basically splash damage. So if we go to Golden Quarry, now let's go with the replay one, for example. What I mean by adding more splash is not adding more major defenses, big defenses splash damage. Is adding more wizard towers, crushers, bomb towers. They are the one that can defend the clan capital so good. I'm a capital builder, so I know what is worst for a graveyard attack. And it's simply when these guys drop the spells on top of the major defenses, but because you don't have bomb towers, you don't have wizard towers on so many of these well, I would say districts, that's when the major defenses go down so fast. They go down super quick. And also I think they can make another move as well to at least not let you take the next 3 graveyard spell onto the second attack. That's the best thing they can also add, but it's not going to nerf it to the ground. It's going to make it halfway weaker. That's something that could happen. So you can't just go spam rams and hogs and graveyard to this clan capital. In general, I know a lot of people just don't have the time for it. That's completely, again, understandable. That's why I think the option one it doesn't work that well, because it's just gonna nerf it to the ground. No one's gonna use it. People are gonna put in so much effort, but still, that's just the way the game has to work, right? It's a strategic game, so you play it however you like to play it, not to be forced to use a certain strategy for the bases. Of course you can use other strategies as well, but that's the thing, no one is gonna use other strategies. You play any replays from clan capital, you're gonna see the graveyard spell in that replay. Even the dragon cliff, a lot of people now completely upgraded to graveyard and dragons and skeleton barrels. It's crazy how the graveyard can match with any army, but at the same time it can triple with any army. So it shouldn't be something this powerful if they want this game mode to kind of continue at this highest level. That's just my opinion, so let me know what you think. If you want the graveyard removed and we go back to people taking some archers for funnel, it's not just mass archers, and even if it's mass archers, at least you're not getting triple in 2 hits. That's the best thing. Like, you're not gonna get triple in 2 hits. You're gonna get better defenses and more I believe raid medals. Yeah, I think you're gonna get more raid medals if you have lower defenses. So yeah, that is for that. Okay guys, let me pause this right here. Now we're gonna see one of my fails here, of course, but don't worry about it. What I want to talk about on this, and this is gonna be the last topic that we're gonna talk about, is the scenery. Now I've never really disliked a scenery so much, and it's just not about the way it's designed. No, it's about the colors. I've heard a lot of people tell me that, is it just you or it's me? Is it just you that see this scenery so annoying to the eye, especially when you're attacking late at night? You're attacking in dark, or you're attacking in a low lighted room, but even if you make your whole tablet or iPad or whatever you have really low, it's still gonna hurt your eye. The way the orange is just crazy. It hurts my eyes so much when I'm attacking at night, so I just purposely attack in the morning sometimes just to avoid this. It's insane. But yeah, my super archer failed. Don't worry about that. Now for the rest of the base, of course I have to save this, but if you also have problems with this scenery, make sure you leave it down below, so we know we are not the few people that kind of dislike the colors. It needs to be a bit more like, I would say, what do you even call that in English? I think it's not lighter, but a bit less colory. It's too much of the orange that it just comes on your screen. You know, it's so hard to see sometimes some certain things, like the poison tower is not even visible if you don't pay close attention. Like a scenery shouldn't be that hard. And plus, if you look closely, like these squares, you can see the 4 tiles, right? Between these two there's 4 tiles, but sometimes if you're a bit zoomed out, you can't identify that unless there is nothing around anything. You know what I'm saying? So this scenery that they added to the game, in my opinion, is a bit broken, and in a sense that a lot of people can just run it and kind of get the chance of a defense in case, you know, the attacker doesn't really see as well, you know. Because myself, I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes can mess up on this scenery. I'm even running this scenery on my main account as well, just because it's a small advantage. It doesn't matter how big the advantage is, it is still oh my god, an advantage. Okay, that's what I want to say. Now it's up to Supercell what they're gonna do with it. They can literally just leave it alone. I mean, it's their choice by the end of the day, but in my opinion, it can get a bit less colored. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think maybe a scenery with a chess scenery that, for example, was black and white, something more like I would say less lighting, you know, in it, because it's a chess scenery. Of course, it's Clash of Clans, so it's a game, it's fun, you need to have colors, but we have a lot of colored scenery. We didn't have a full-on black and white. That's why I think that scenery would have been so much more, well, a better addition, let's say, to this whole game, I would say. And yeah, in general, that was it for all of those bugs, mistakes, meta changes, everything that can change a playstyle or a changing of games, you know, how you play the game. So I hope you like it. If you have any idea, if I missed anything, let me know down below in the comments. We're gonna of course read the comments and respond. And well, I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day so far. Take care and peace.